Peoples of the world, welcome. It's Capital J bringing you something a little off topic today. I found some old Dice Masters Blisters at the dollar store. So I figured, you know what, why not? I haven't popped any of these open in years. And I still have a lot of my old collection, especially the War of Light set from this game. This is an amazing set, by the way, but I'll get more into depth as we go during the video. Has anybody played this? Has anybody still got their set and want to, bring it out and play a few games? If yes, please comment below. But yeah, Dice Masters, if you're not familiar with it, it's a collectible dice game. I'll show you what I've got in here. It's a collectible dice game. Like, all of the sets are licensed. Most of them are either Marvel or DC, which means, yes, you can do Spider-Man versus Superman if you wanted to. So, pretty cool stuff there. So, they've managed to get both licenses. They also had the Yu-Gi-Oh! And D&D licenses at some point also, but those don't mix as well. But kind of show you what it kind of looks like. We got our little, like, printable battlefields here. They usually come with some paper bags. I managed to salvage some old Air Transat bags that I use for dice. Because how the game works is that you buy dice that go into your bag. If you've played a game like, say, Dominion or Ascension or any of those sort of deck builders, similar principle except with the dice. As far as what the dice do, the cards tell you what they do. So the cards match up with the dice. So, for example, I haven't popped this open in a hot minute. So these are sort of your sidekick dice. You always have a few of these in your bag. These are for basic actions, which are community actions that both players can buy, regardless of who brings them to the table. And of course, these are all our superheroes, these guys here and some of these guys here. So, for example, John Stewart Marine. Personally, I haven't looked into the War of Light story, although it looks absolutely fantastic. But you see that these are the faces on the die, so you just kind of have to look for the die with the matching faces, and you go from there. Believe it is this guy. I'm trying to figure out which dice it is, because there's a lot of purple ones. Let's see if I can get a more recognizable character that might help. I've got Parallax. Oh, that's a bright yellow character. By the way, how was War of Light? Has anybody read that story before? Again, it's not one that I'm specifically familiar with, but again, I really like the flavor that this set is oozing. So here we go. Here's a more recognizable one. Wonder Woman. So Wonder Woman, of course, participated in the War of Light. And these are her dice. They've got some faces with her specific hero symbol, as well as 1, 2, 3 shield. So they tell you what the die faces are. And they also tell you what happens if you roll certain faces. Normally, if you roll the shields, they give you an ability of some sort. And if you roll the Wonder Woman, then it's like having a creature in play in Magic, for example. When it sits there in play, it's got a certain amount of attack, defense, and a cost to play it. So in this case, the cost would be 1 resource. Has 4 attack, 4 defense. But depending which face you roll, could be different. Even though it's you can also roll 1 cost, 3 attack, 3 defense, for example. But again, I will definitely link to a video that rules better than I do. But that's the gist of it. You build a superhero team. You can build a basic in a basic game. It's 6 heroes, 15 dice, and 2 basic cards. In a tournament game, it's 20 dice, 8 heroes, and 2 basic actions. And it's also very, very draftable. So you just kind of draft the cards and take the dice that go with it. So the sets I found blisters from 2 sets. We've got DC World's Finest. Obviously Batman, Superman themed as we see here. And I've got a Marvel Deadpool set here. So we're going to be opening these on camera just for the fun of it. Just to do something a little different. Each of these blister packs, you should be able to find them for anywhere between $1 and $2. And they come with 2 dice and the cards to go with them. And they come in all different rarities, what have you. Do they maintain any sort of real value? I don't know. So for example here, oh, this one got crunched up a little bit. They do put a little cardboard backing in there to try to prevent this, but again, these sets are a little bit older. I think World's Finest was 2020? 2016. No, 2016 was when the game started, so actually it might be that old, 2016. So for example, we got Mr. Freeze and we've got the Penguin. Couple of pretty cool villains here. So yeah, how did I discover this game? Well, you know, this is endorsement from a company called the Dice Tower. They're a YouTube channel that does tabletop board game reviews. And I discovered the game through them. And I found the starter kits in... oh, we got 2 Clark Kents here. 2 different Clark Kents. I'll explain the different cards here in a second. But yeah, I discovered the game through that website, and I played it with my roommate when I was living up in Fort McMurray. Haven't been able to play it much, like in fact at all, since I moved to Kelowna. So, are they the same? Okay, so they're not quite the same. So even though the dice that you would use are the same, you'd only choose one of the 2 Clark Kents. For example, when you play a game, these are different rarities and different powers. So for example, this one is called Clark Kent Farm Boy. It says when Clark Kent is knocked out by combat damage, you may pay 4 life to purchase a Superman die and put it in your prep area. So if you run this alongside Superman die, and you basically get a free Superman die out of it, which is pretty cool. That's actually an interesting little ability. I like that. This one says, when Clark Kent is knocked out by combat damage, you may field a Superman die from your used pile or prep area. Your used pile is sort of a discard. Prep is when you're drawing for your next turn. For free at level 2, which is amazing. Because normally it costs you a resource to field a die. Even if you roll it on a character face, it costs you a resource to put it into play. The 4's in the corner of the card, by the way, or the 5 here, that's the cost to buy the die. The dice always start on the card. You pay 4 resources to put the die into your dice bag. So yeah, that's kind of neat, actually. Just some ways to cheat out some Superman die, because you can imagine that those ones are a little more expensive to bring out. Let's see who we've got. Ooh, Bane, professional criminal, and we've got Superwoman Lois Lane. Uh-oh. You tell Lois is pissed off if she's got superpowers now. And she's marked as a villain. Anytime you see that V symbol, that is a DC villain. I forget if it's the same symbol in both Marvel and DC. Again, I haven't played in a while. But please, again, comment below if you're interested in bringing up your old Dice Masters sets and playing some games. Who have we got? I'm just trying to see if I can tell from the symbol. That looks like a Falcon-like character of some sort. It wouldn't be Falcon because Falcon is a Marvel. And this guy just can't recognize it from the die face. So let's see who we've got. We've got Harvey Bullock. Okay. And we've got oh, there's a Wonder Woman. Okay. It's just a slightly different take on the symbol. Ooh, what kind of Wonder Woman have we got? The different colored bars indicate different rarities. I forget what what color is what rarity. I'll have to get back to you on that. When Wonder Woman is active, your opponent's global abilities deal no damage to you or your character die. So she's a nice little defensive thing too. If something's like repeatedly doing damage to you or to your team, that's pretty neat. Let's see again. Oh, we got another Clark Kent, because you can see he's the same die here. And this one looks like almost like a sniper kind of thing. So Killshot? I think there's a character called Killshot in DC. So there's the new Clark Kent card. Okay, we've already got this one, so I'm pretty sure Oh no, it's a different one. When caught kills by combat damage, you may feel the Superman die from user prep for free. Level 2. Yeah, it is the same one. So I'm sure these like gray ones are the commons. Oh, it's Two-Face. That's who it is. That's not a. It looked more like a. Looked more like a sort of a sniper symbol rather than a Two-Face symbol. But there we go. Didn't look like a coin to me, but that makes perfect sense. 2 more of World's Finest, and then we'll move on to Deadpool. So we've got Robin, and we have, ooh, judging by that smile, I don't know if you can see that, I think we have a Joker. Robin, Kid Detective, so super young Robin in this set. While Batman is active, each Robin die gets +3 attack and +3 defense. Ooh, that's pretty cool. So obviously you want to play that with a Batman card if you've got one. And the Joker, Violent Lunatic. When this attacks, if it's draw a die, if it's a sidekick, which is one of the basic white ones I showed you, roll it. Otherwise, return it to your bag. Place the sidekick die in your use pile and deal 2 damage to all opposing character die of the same energy type. Ooh. So yeah, he can do something. He's pretty nasty. That might be a rare. Yep, the set does have commons and commons rares, just like most of the collectible games. We've got. I don't know who this would be. Don't know who either of these would be. This might be an action die because this doesn't have any attack or defense. So this might be an action die. There are some special actions that you can draft instead of a hero. So let's see what we have. Oh yeah, it's the Batcave. And, oh, of course, Lex Luthor. That makes perfect sense there. Alright, and that is what I've pulled for World's Finest, 8 blisters. So let's do 8 Deadpool blisters and see what we get. Like I said, there's tons of sets of this. Last I looked, I think the most recent set that was released was sometime last year. But they're not releasing sets on a rapid-fire basis like Magic is by any means. I'm pretty sure the pandemic had a lot to do with that. So this is an action die. Secrets of what? Satchel of Unlimited Weaponry. Satchel of Unlimited Weaponry. It's a good old-fashioned bag of holding. And of course we got Storm. So we got a few X-Men characters here. We better pull a Wolverine. We better pull a Wolverine. But yeah, well, I think one of the coolest things about the game is the fact that they managed to get both Marvel and DC licenses. Ooh! I didn't know they made foil cards. Look at that. MODOK foiled. Fortunately, the card's in rough shape, but just a little bendy, but not from like foil crinkle, but just from being in that blister pack for longer than intended or longer than it should have been. What does he do? When MODOK attacks, you may spin MODOK to the same level as target opposing character die, and spin that opposing die to MODOK's original level. I see. So just kind of explaining that, as I've said, you can roll 3 different character faces. Each one is like a level 1, level 2, level 3. So you can actually, if you put him out as a level 1 and attack, he can spin himself up to level 3 and spin a level 3 guy down to level 1. Not a lot of attack, but huge defense score there. Very interesting tactical piece. And we got a Wolverine. Snicked! Deadpool fans will get that joke, I'm pretty sure. So we has a Wolverine. Mwahaha. I do have lots of other Wolverines because there has been a couple of X-Men sets. In fact, the very first set that debuted this game was Avengers vs. X-Men themed. it definitely helped reinforce the concept of, teams. Like, some people are X-Men, some people aren't on a team at all. Some are on Avengers, some could be on Spidey Force, so on and so forth. So we've got a motorcycle. It goes vroom. And we've got Black Bolt, King of the Inhumans. Okay. So, let's see if we can get a Deadpool card of some sort. Does it say how many cards are in the set on here? Don't think so. Usually it's about 100 cards divided between 30 or so characters. Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Bored in school. Love it. She was one of my favorite characters in the movies. Got another Black Bolt as well. So, 2 different rarities here, so different abilities. You cannot play 2 of the same card. You choose one. If you choose a character, you can only take one version. However, if you have 2 completely different Batman cards, like say Batman Protector of Gotham and Batman, let's say Krypton Hunter. I don't know if those are actual cards. I'm just going offhand. But it is possible to have completely, like, you have the same named character, but it's sort of 2 completely different stages of their character arcs. Ooh, another foil. Lady Bullseye, attack on 2 fronts. There we go. I like the foiling on that. Just a nice little sheen here. Pretty basic. It doesn't really highlight anything, though. It's pretty... I like it, but it doesn't do anything special. So, Lady Bullseye. And who's our other character today? We have a Deadpool. My set, my rules. Yeah, fair enough. At the end of turn, knock out all character dice that were engaged with this character. Okay, so Deadpool always being the last one standing makes perfect sense to me. Got 2 more blisters to open, and then we'll leave it off at that. Probably talk a little bit about channel business also when we get there. So we've got Black Tom Cassidy, who kind of looks like a Black Batman, I guess, or dark, or like animated series Batman, I guess. And then we have Sandy Brandenburg, secretary and receptionist. Ally counts as a sidekick in the field zone. So, I think really the only advantage to her is that she's super cheap to buy at 2. You notice that most of the other characters are like 4, 5, 6. She's only 2 to buy. She's only 2 to buy. And she's a little better than most sidekicks. So, I see the advantage of running her. Last one. We've got Lady Deadpool. Regenerative healing factor thingy. Ooh, this dice is nice. Look at that one. It's kind of got a marble, like red and black marble finish there. I like that. That's gorgeous. And we've got 3 chimichangas. Are these good? Target character die gets +3 defense. So, that's only if you roll like a bottle. But if you roll a bottle of 1 star or 2 stars, it changes the rules on how they may be blocked. Oh no, I do have one more. Sorry. That one was sort of a little bit off to the side. I do have one last pack. See if I can identify the characters just off the die face. Is that a Deadpool Wolverine love child of some sort? Look at that. Let's see who it is. Oh, of course, it's X-23. That makes sense. Created to be a weapon. Alright, so we got X-23, and we've got Phantom X. It's not a character I've seen in my encounters. I'm not like a hardcore comic book person per se. So I know some of these characters, like I know Mardok, I know of course Wolverine, Wonder Woman, Two-Face, but I don't necessarily know. Well, I don't know her. That's for sure. Her, him, not sure. Question mark. Nondescript, not sure. Anyways, I definitely appreciate those kind of joining me on that journey. That was it was fun to pop these. Might see if I can scoop up a few more actually next time I'm at the dollar store, because that's why I found them. Again, these are older packs, especially the Deadpool ones, because they give you foils. That was pretty cool. Still marked as 2016, although I'm pretty sure the set came out more recently than that. But I digress. As far as the channel itself, not sure when I'll be getting back to regular content. It's been pretty busy. I'm also changing my work schedule so that I work mornings instead of evenings. So that means my recording time is very, very limited if I have any at all. So busy couple of weeks ahead. Happy Canada Day to those my fellow Canadians. Happy Independence Day to my American friends, because that's coming up over the next 4 to 5 days as of recording. And like I said, come play some Dice Masters with me. May not use a lot of these just because I don't have, like, only one of these is not so great, for example. Although the new Clark Kent here, I think I've got a Superman to pair with it. If I've got a Superman card, you might see me table these. But yes, I'll catch you all next time, whenever that may be. Might be a couple weeks, not sure. Until then, bye for now.